What's up guys, welcome back to another video here on the DGA channel, and today we're going to take a look at one of the tanks that I've unlocked during the loot boxes event. Yes guys, so as the artillery is falling, here we have it. It is the Vipera. Now, this tank I haven't played, I played 2 or 3 rounds in it and I fell in love with it right away. It is truly, maybe I would say a little bit overpowered, but it's really fun to play. The gun handling is absolutely shit. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, the accuracy is not really there. The aim time is very, very bad, but it does make up in damage, penetration, as well as the fact that it has 5 rounds. Now, we're finding ourselves on the map of Malinovka, the very famous map, if you will, with the hill, of course, and then also the field. Now, knowing this tank, I will not be going to the field. It's not a sniper tank either, so I decided to go up to the on the hill and see what I can do there. So we're matched up in a tier 8 match, so this is something to keep in mind. This tank performs really well against tier 8. I haven't been able to play it against tier 9 and tier 10, but I'm thinking they will definitely penetrate your frontal armor. And tier 8 has a really tough time getting through, apart from a couple of tanks which we'll show later in the video as well. Now, as we make our way up to the hill with a very steady 24 kilometers an hour, which goes down to 20, roughly 20, 19, or 19, 18, the power isn't really there either. Like, it's a very heavy tank. It does take a lot of time. It doesn't have that much horsepower in comparison, so the power to weight ratio isn't really that good. In the meantime, our allied BZ-176 gets drowned. I think I haven't checked, but I think he drowns somewhere on the south of the map. And in the meantime, we also take out their BZs. These tanks, like the BZs, are definitely scary to play against. They have those rocket things, but also if they use the premium rounds, which a lot of people are using at this point, they can deal out some serious damage. So I'm actually happy that he's gone. Now they only have one of them left. So at this point, I'm making my way up to the hill. I'm, leading the charge in this case in the tank destroyer, which is interesting, if you would say. And at that point, an IS-3A, a CS-53, and the AMX-50-100 get spotted. I decide to open up on the IS-3A. As you can see, the reticle is bad. It's not there. It is all over the place, if you will, and the accuracy is just absolute shite. I managed to hit 2 rounds of the 3. And eventually I play my 4th round. It misses completely. Like, there isn't even a single... It wasn't even close. Like, I wouldn't even have splashed him. But the 5th round, I put him to him, kills him, and that's 1 down for the count. Right now the reload is going on. It's about 32 seconds, I believe. It doesn't show on the replay, fortunately, but it's about 32 seconds. And that is with a decent crew, as well as the ventilation, of course. As you can see, the reticles all over the place. Like, the accuracy is really, really bad. But if you hit, it does tend to do a lot of damage. So right now, the AMX-50-100 is harassing us at this point. So I'm like, okay, if you come up, I will shoot again. I take the full shot, and the shell goes exactly nowhere. I'm getting spotted, and the Iron Arnie, which hasn't been spotted, I think. Oh, it has actually been spotted. I just noticed on the replay, it has been spotted. I didn't notice in the game. He fires at me, and he doesn't even penetrate me. That's what I mean about this tank. It has really good armor for a tier 8, especially for a tank destroyer. And it's so much fun to play, guys. It's really, I do recommend getting this particular tank. Although, currently you have to use the loot boxes for it, so I don't condone using those to get a tank. It's really fun to have them. I did unlock 240 euros worth of it. I'll post a link up there to that video. And I did get this tank from it, but I do not condone buying specific loot boxes only for getting these tanks. So if you want to, do the loot boxes, you should just check out the video. I'll explain everything in that video. So in the meantime, a AMX or a Skoda is spotted, and I'm trying to hunt down the 112. The reason why is because he's firing heat rounds. I'm a little bit scared of it because I know what it can do. My ally comes around the corner, he shoots, and I shoot as well, which is a waste of my shell. But, it's fine. We'll get there at some point as well. Right now, the mediums are getting spotted. And I'm deciding, like, hey, let's just put in some shells, see what we can do. Fire 1 round. I don't see the tank, but I do kill him. Which is 1 tank down. My current kill is up to 2, and my damage is up to 1500. Now, 1500 isn't that good for tier 8. But then again, we're only about what, 5 minutes into the game, so right now I have to make a choice. Do I reload or do I just, stick with this one shell? And just as I was about to reload, I'm like, okay, let's just, shoot the last round. It hits the IS-3 but does not succeed in penetration, so that kind of sucks. At this point, again, 32-second reload. I'm trying to back off a little bit because I know for a fact that they will be very busy down at the hill. My allies are pushing up slightly, and I decide to, move to the side and see what I can at least spot something and see what I can do from there. And the spotting range is not good either on this tank, but then again, it's a tank destroyer, so what do you expect from it? So at this point, the Tornwagen is shooting at me. He's firing APCR rounds, which penetrate me right away. And I spot this BZ, which is probably standing AFK, I think. Or he doesn't notice anything. I'm not sure. I think he's AFK. So at this point, the Skoda T56, as well as the Tornwagen, are shooting premium rounds at me. And they don't seem to penetrate me very, very well. In the meantime, the IS-3 managed to get a shot in, and as you can see on the video, I'm trying to figure out where the shot came from because I have absolutely no idea, or where it penetrated. My last round goes into the Tornwagen. I decide to fall back a little bit, just to be catching some more, catching some time. The Tornwagen keeps firing APCR rounds, and you can see that I'm trying to find out where the hell he penetrated me, and it's actually going to be on my lower glacis. But I can't find out where the other ones went, because I've been penetrated a couple of times, and I don't see the extra penetration, so I'm not sure if that's a bug, maybe because of the skin that I have on there, but I don't actually see them. Or I'm just blind. Could be the last option as well. Okay, so at this point, the AMX 50-100 is getting harassed by our Tiger, and I am reloaded again. I am a little bit scared of the Tornwagen, so as soon as I spot him, I want him down. I want him out of the game. I fire, and for some reason, I don't penetrate again. This tank has a lot of unpenetrational or shots that don't penetrate for some reason. I'm not really sure why, because the penetration is pretty decent on this, especially for tier 8. Let me check for you. It is 220, which is not too shabby, especially against a Tornwagen, which is very lightly armored. So RNG, sometimes it sucks. Right, so I decide to make my way up towards the Skoda. I know I can't penetrate him, so I'm just gonna wait. I know he has reload because otherwise he wouldn't be falling back. And he just shot twice at our T56 Skoda, or Skoda T56 either, as well. So right now the Tornwagen keeps harassing me, and I'm still not sure how. I shoot the IS-3. I want to get rid of the Skoda. I really want to get rid of him, but I can't. At this point, I have to make a choice. It's either going to be the Skoda or the Tornwagen. Knowing the fact that Tornwagen is able to penetrate me, I make my choice to, fire my last round at him as well and take him out of the game. The teams are going up pretty, the same. We got 10 kills, they got 9 kills. HP-wise, it's about the same. So, at this point, I've taken a lot of hits, especially from the Tornwagen. And I'm down to about 200 or almost 300 health. So I have to play it a little bit careful here. Again, the Skoda, I want to get rid of him. I still have my reload going on. I have a CS53. And I decide hey, I can't see him anymore. He should be somewhere around there. I take the shot and there we go. I killed him. Another tank down for the count. At this point, I'm up to 5 kills, which I don't even know. I noticed it after the game, which I'll show the result, of course. And so now it's about to wait and see what's going to happen, because I can't spot, obviously, because I will probably get killed. And I want to keep this gun into the game. So I'm looking around a little bit. I see a BZ at our base, which hasn't moved, which I'm not sure if he disconnected or just went AFK. But now it's getting a little bit awkward, because nobody has the health to actually do something at this point. We're all down to our last bits of health. So I'm I'll just push a little bit up to the front, show my frontal armor, and maybe I will spot something. But then again, nothing is really happening, and I don't want to take the risk, especially because there's a CS, which might be able to hit my side, which will penetrate me. Well, almost certainly, and will finish me off. At this point, we're up to 43, almost 4,400 damage, as well as 2,300 damage blocked, which is not too shabby, especially for tier 8. And keep in mind, I've started playing this game about 2 days ago, after a very long wait and long stop, or long break, if you will. The IS-6 gets spotted. The IS-6 is a really tough tank to kill, and it doesn't change the fact, it's an IS-6. Especially in tier 8, if you're against a tier 8, it's going to be tough. That's the reason why I loaded APCR rounds. I take my shot. I take my shot at the IS-6. Huh? Wait, what? I kill an SU 1:30 p.m., which was standing behind the IS-6. That was interesting. Right, so I take my final shot at the CS before he goes down into like a ditch or the river or the pond, if you will. And I decide to make my way up. At this point, it's going to be me against two tanks that are both able to one-shot me, and I cannot one-shot them at this point, at least. The IS-6 got spotted again, and man, he has a really good location there. And here we go. The accuracy of this gun is just not there. It's pathetic. Then again, it does make up in a lot of different areas. I hit his track, he gets detracked, and that's it. I have to reload again. And I switch to normal ammo. The IS-6 is fighting the IS-3 as well as the Tiger II. And the Tiger II is, or the IS-6 has some support from the CS. IS-3A is trying to kill the CS, and CS kills the IS-3A. So at this point, the IS-6 is having a really good location. It has everything shielded up, basically, and I'm not able to hit him at all. And the CS is still on my flank, so I'm a little bit scared of that guy. And I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, am I going to push him and kill him and take a little bit of risk? Or should I just stay back? No, the decision is very obviously, I'm going to kill the CS, stay a little bit behind the, like, ditch. The Tiger II gets the kill, and I get hit by the IS-6, which hits my track, which literally saved my life at this point. Okay, so we make our way down. There's a little bit of a ditch here, so I'm trying to hide my lower glacis, and boy, I spot the IS-6. I'm trying to go for him. I'm aiming. I take the shot and ricochets off. The IS-6 is really good, like armor, or like the angle of the armor is really, really good. So I'm trying to hit him, but he knows exactly where to stay and, you know, not be hit, and he's doing a very good job there. The question is, can I one-shot him? Well, 359 is going to be a high roll. I'm not sure about it. We'll see. At this point, he killed the Tiger II, which means he is up to 6 kills. I'm up to 6 kills. So whoever kills who will get the top gun of the game. I'm trying to hit his cupola. I miss miserably. I'm trying to go again for it. But I noticed that he has like the barrel of the Scorpion, I think it was, which will probably block my spot or a shot. And he is trying to use the wreckages. I take another shot. There we go. Come on. I can do it. And I miss again. As I said, this tank is definitely not a sniper tank. If you want to use it, go like short range, go face to face, and see what you can do from there. Because sniping at this tank is not going to be very easy. So the IS-6 keeps me spotted for some reason, and I bounce another shot. He's firing APCR rounds, which makes sense at this point, because, you know, he wants to kill me, because I'm probably the most dangerous tank that he can face at this point. So I'm trying to fall back a little bit. In the meantime, the BZ is still there. It hasn't moved at all, which is really awkward, because he is the only tank that is pushing our HP at this point. So having him here, or having him flank, would be absolutely awesome. So at this point, the 2-minute mark goes in, and we are like on a stand down. My teammate is going to the side. I take my shot. He distracts him. I wait. I take my shot. Boom. I got the IS-6. The reason why is because his last HP, which was like 6 HP, was because I set him on fire. Otherwise, the game would have ended a little bit different, probably. At this point, going to the game, we have 5,000 damage as well as 3,460 blocked and 700 spotting damage. But do we have this after the battle as well? All right, there we have it, guys. So this is probably the best game I've ever had. We have a steel wall, a top gun, a mastery badge, as well as a shitload of other ones. We got 224,000 credits as well as 19,000 experience, and I did put my X3 on there, which I will show. This is solo experience. Now I do have to say, yes, this is with the Christmas bonus. There was no clan bonus on and no personal reserve on, so you have to keep that in mind as well. We did a total of 5,545 damage. That's about 500 more than actually showed inside of the game, obviously because we did some blind shots, for example, the Arnie and the Skoda. We shot 23 rounds, of which 17... Oh, actually, sorry. We hit 32 rounds, of which 23 hit and 17 penetrated. And as you can see, the sniping, not really that good. We credited about a total of about 160,000 credits profit. That was with firing 10 APCR or premium rounds. Again, this does have the bonus on, which is the Holiday Ops bonus, which is 50% in my case. And man, I love this tank. I truly love this tank. This is awesome. And I'll definitely be playing more of this one and hopefully get more of these battles. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to press the subscribe button, press the notification bell to check out or get an update as soon as we post anything. Leave a like, leave a comment down below what you think about the Vipera, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.